Hello. Welcome to another development stream. So yeah, last time we got basic texture support again back for the terrain, not a beautiful one because there is no lighting on top of it. And yeah, here we have like distorted textures because we are not using a 3-planar texture yet, or a 3-planar shader yet. So let's try to get that fixed first. Well, actually there's two things I want to... Well, let's fix that one first, I guess. Let me quickly set up my screen, I forgot that. Alright, good. So we go to our render terrain shader. And we don't have any lighting yet, which is, yeah, unfortunate, but is what it is. I think I will comment that for now. Or do I just remove it? Is there not a code diff? Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, that is submitted, so I would have it in the history. Okay. So in that case, let's just wipe it. Okay, so the idea would be to have two things. One is an interleave noise. That returns track. That is like a hard-coded thing, but yeah, it's a pretty standard noise function for shaders. I think that is the value 98. Well, let's copy it. It's anyway there. As I said, you can find that pretty much online if you look for interleaved gradient noise. GLSL, you will find that. And then we have an integer here, select tethered index, I guess, or like texture index. And that is basically we clamp our blend between 0.0f and 1.0f. We have our int index blend at x minus dither. So that basically tries to find the index that, like the axis index that is the biggest. And that's about it. Oops. And now we have do we do a factory? Now let's actually give it a vec 2. triplanar UV. Oh. So triplanar blend, I guess, or is it a blend? Yeah, I mean, kinda. Now we have a vec 3 ddx and vec 3 ddy. Vec 3 only. Now we don't need to normalize that, that's already normalized. That one we will be able to control from outside the sharpness line. Position. Times the whatever scale, I guess. Then I guess it could. Oh, Jesus. No, not again. I entered a weird mode and I don't know how to exit at all. I hate that. I don't even know what kind of mode that is. Okay, well, kind of lost a lot here. Unfortunate. Well, I think I have it here in my notes. Luckily. The other one I don't have. Yeah, no, let's get it. Let's give it scaled into the function, I guess. Well, I guess that one at least. That one we should at least provide from outside, and then weights divided by. Okay, so that's that. Now back to. Well, it was kind of a nasty sickness. I had like coughing, and my voice was fucked for like 1.5 weeks. So yeah, no, I was just sick very long. But hey, how is it going for you? I don't know what it was. It was like some weird throat thing with like my lungs being pissed off. as a result. No. Kinda weird. Yeah, I went to the normal general doctor that you go when you're sick and want to get like a sick leave. Like went to that one first, and then last week I was at my pneumologist, so the lung doctor. And everything is fine again. But I'm still coughing from time to time, but they said like it will get better over time. But it's not infected anymore or anything. So all good on that side. No, it was just viral and then probably a bacterial infection following it. So it was just a nasty combination, I guess. Yeah, thanks. I hope you're feeling better. You as well quite a somewhat serious sickness. I hope you feel better. And it got better already, hopefully. Oh, let's leave out the dither for now. Because we need a couple of different things for that. That would be the texture index, but again, let's leave that out. We will add that later. And then for now, we just do return. Well, I guess we could do. So we give it the weights, and we give it the dither, which for now is 0.0f. Oh, okay. Sucks, but yeah, I hope it's nice. Okay, that's at least important, right? I mean, it sucks that it's still there, it seems like, but yeah, that's the important part. Okay, so that would be that, and then exactly here, what we do is we get our 3 planar weight. Where we give it the hit position, the hit normal, and the DDX and the DDY. And yeah, the blend sharpener. And this one we scale by 100, I would say, for now. So to have the same that we have here. And then this would be UV, I think. I'm adding 3 planar shader to the terrain. Which I hope works. Eh? Where did my debug wheel go? Okay, here it is. What actually did I save? The shader, I don't know. Well, I guess I saved it. Never mind. Screen pause. I mean, I guess it should be clear that this is... whatever. Index undeclared identifier. Ah. So, does that work? Oh yeah, that looks better. I mean, it still looks like shit because we don't have any lighting on it, but the texture looks fine. Yeah. Good. I mean, it's really noisy because the texture doesn't mip-map or anything. Yeah, that's the next couple of things I need to add. But probably we will not do that in 0.6, we will do that over time. The idea would be that you can paint, of course, like in any other material terrain system, so that you can paint the terrain with the texture. We might do one part of that today, but not sure. Let's see. One thing I wanted to do as well is, I think when we do the terrain here, because I don't know, I think you were not here last time, right? What's up? So what I added while I was sick is that we now have physics controller support. So for example, for a player, we will do something like that. And then we add a character body to it, and then this is the capture. And we can move that. We do this, and then the player can move around. And it has collision already with the terrain. And I think last time, before ending the stream, I had a bug there. Because I think if I press this key, it will fly into space. Yeah, exactly. Okay. That's a bug in the input thing. Well, how I handle the input. Character controller, character system, probably. Is it character system? I'm not sure anymore. For now, it just takes keyboard in. Well, for now, it's even stupider. Actually, movement system. It actually takes the camera movement currently as the input, which is not really what we want, but for now it was the simplest one to do. But I'm wondering why. Why would it not reduce the velocity time? Do I need to do a times 0.60f here as well? So that it counteracts correctly. So usually you don't want character like in like first person and third person games. You don't want your character to be a physics object. So technically, like a character thing is not really a rigid body. You fake the gravity, as you can see. I apply the gravity here, because otherwise it's really weird to control the character, and it would get pushed by other objects like that are heavier, and usually you don't want that, right? Usually you want your character to, if it runs against a box or a box flies, like hits the player, you most of the time don't want the reaction out of that character. I mean, it depends always on the game, right? So usually they are not like actual physical objects, they are kind of faked. And then you have as well like what the character controllers usually do as well, and Jolt comes with that built in the character virtual they call. It's like stair stepping and sliding on slopes and stuff like that. I mean, the sliding on slope you would get with the rigid body kinda anyways for free, but the stair walking not really, right? Because it would just collide. And then you have like a min step size that it can walk up. So all of that you need to customly do, and that's why you usually don't have it in like the normal physics simulation. But if you do a game where your character should be physically correct, probably it makes sense to add it like as a physics object. And that is the other mode here, but it's not implemented yet. But if let's actually create the floor here. So if I again do a shape, and I need a shape mostly because yeah, it still needs a shape to do collision checks, right? The character still, it's not a physics object, but it does collision stuff in the physics world, but it doesn't apply any forces or anything. And this simulated one would be a physics object, but it's not implemented yet, so yeah. But that would be like a normal rigid body. And the virtual is like the one that is a fake object, basically. But then it's so slow in falling. Hold on, why is that? But what if I push it up? Oh, I can't. That is an oversight still in the system. I need to be able to do that. Yeah, something is, well, yeah, something in the character controller doesn't work correctly when I apply an up direction movement, which I mean I kind of need in the end if I want to do a jump. Right now it's not really something I do, but it would still be nice to find the issue. Let's go 100 up. Let's do a physics body. Well, actually, no, first a shape. I mean, it doesn't really matter in which like order to do it, but physics character body, and then virtual. Yeah, okay, that is not ideal. To be honest, I'm not even sure. if this is correct. I think that is too fast. But let's see. I think I need to scale it by the speed. Guess I need to look at that a little bit more. I kind of hacked that character controller a little bit, to be honest. Oh, okay, I mean, that kind of works. Actually, I've added jumping now. Funny. Well, I mean, jumping. As long as I press up, it does that. But I think it's a little bit too fast, to be honest. I think the gravity is too much. But it's fine for now, I guess. Funny. That's how easy jump is, I guess. Well, I can fly it while I keep pressing, but... Okay, well, okay, at least the bug is fixed. I don't care about the logic of how the jump is and stuff like that, but I will actually put a comment here. Do I need to share this here for... well, it's on DT. Okay, but I think I do need to do, but then again, maybe not. Maybe it does it internally. I'm not sure. Because maybe George internally scares it already with the delta time, because I give it, I think, a delta time. Yeah, exactly. So I'm wondering if it scares it based on that anyways. And then I would do 2 times the scale, which is, of course, not what we want. Well, hold position. Alright, that's fine for now. Okay, yeah, there's a couple of things that I need to do for the terrains there. One is we need lighting support, of course. The other one would be the texture support. I think I don't do the lighting today because I still need to rethink how I sync the buffers nicely to that shader. I can hard code it, of course, but I think I wanna... The render graph was built with SPOs in mind, so that you bind buffers to the shader with descriptors. But then with the terrain and everything, I swapped to buffer device addresses. And now the engine is somewhere in between, where some shaders use buffer device addresses, some use descriptors. And I think I would want to use buffer device addresses everywhere because they make everything a little bit easier, in my opinion. But yeah, Still need to find out a clever way how I would sync the buffer device addresses in a easy way to the shader. Maybe I build something similar to how I bind the SBOs based on like a name, basically. That could work by reflecting on this. Maybe that's the way. Might be a good idea. Do I have my hit position in? Oh, I do. Isn't this I mean, not really. Maybe I need to. Let's view projection. I think I need to just do the projection, and I would have the view position. Also, where? Alright, what do we do? Maybe the texture stuff would be interesting, but for that I would need 2 more textures. Let's try to find 2 more textures. The texture. What was the resolution of my other texture? Does it say here? 2K. So I probably would want to match it, then it makes sense. Cool, I can do large. I mean, maybe that one. It's ugly. It's actually very ugly. Maybe we don't take that one. As I said, I could as far do a 1K texture, but I think it would be nice if it's the same size. What is it if I do large? Okay, maybe that works. Kinda. I mean, I guess I could take any. I wanted to do that off stream, finding a texture, but yeah. Forgot to do that. How bad does this look? Well, it's fine actually, never mind. Oh, that's a PNG. I hate it. Why do you need? That's not how it works. And hello, hello. Welcome to the both of you. I guess we could do that one. That's a nice mix, maybe. Let's try. Save image as. Is that a JPEG? Perfect. Hello. And then okay. Let's take that one. If it's a JPEG. Yeah. Perfect. That's, I guess, true. I don't know. Because then here, what we do as well is actually return a vex3 maybe? Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, no, let's do that. I don't know. Nah, let's not do vex2. And then here we have an out parameter. Out texture index. Right. And texture index. And then I guess for now we hardcode it. So if our texture index is 0, we do that. There's if the texture index is 1, we pick the other texture and so forth. It really depends a little bit. And sometimes it's even a mix. I'm not sure, to be honest, if, for example, for Ubisoft Avatar, if we did all our textures ourselves, I could imagine that they bought some. It's a little bit outside of the scope of what I like outside of my department, right? So I don't necessarily know. But I could imagine that they bought some. I know that in the current project I work for, they at least bought some assets, but I'm not sure if they bought materials, but probably as well. The name texture ID 0, yeah, I did. And then we go to volume, terrain, no, terrain system or something like that one is, I think, the name. Is it volume type? No, it's not terrain system, I guess. Is it terrain system? Maybe it is. Yeah, it's here. So that one we definitely move. So here for Y we want the rock. And do for X maybe the dirt, I don't know. Yeah, something like that, yeah. I mean, it really depends, as I said. For example, audio and VFX, most of the time the studios record themselves with their audio team. So... that much I know for sure. Yeah, but case. Right. So I think that is very, very ugly, but it's fine for now. Log text, oh, log text 0, 1, and 2. And then terrain pass. Yes. Let's see if that actually works. Did I save the shader? No, I did at least. Now I have a couple of issues here. Oh yeah, actually index 0, 1, 2. Perfect. And it's not optimal because I don't think I want to maybe I don't even want to blend on all 3 axes because I think that now will look a little bit weird, to be honest. Because I think we will have the dirt grass on like points where we don't really want it. But let's see. Yeah, exactly that. Well, that's not really how I imagined it to be. Did I make... beautiful. Why is the rock? Oh, okay. Wow. Okay, so this one would be this. Maybe here the rock and here. Well, here the dirt is probably fine, but yeah, I think we need to do it a little bit smarter than what we currently do. Just the 3 text, like 3. I think we need to analyze the slope for actual designing of the index of the texture, not just the axis. But it at least is a nice proof of concept, I guess. Why is it so sharp though in the... I thought I don't have a sharpness down. Is it maybe because we... Maybe the sharpness is not good enough. Or not enough, let's put it that way. Because I think just turning that higher will make it worse, right? Or probably will be looking exactly the same. I think I need a dithering if I would want to break that up. Yeah, I think I need the dither to do that. It's probably, I think it looks worse because we actually flip the texture right away, so that's why it makes it like that. So if I would just again do just texture 1. Oops. I think it would look a little better. But then, can I? Yeah, well, let's see. I would want to be the transition. Okay, no, that actually looks fine here. Yeah. We don't have any height information or anything, and you see the tiling here, it's like super ugly, but... Okay, I mean, I think that's fine. Okay. So probably that texture selection is not the smartest thing to do like that. And it probably, let me think. Once we paint, it doesn't really make any sense anyways, because you would want to paint the texture anyways yourself, probably. And maybe a slope-based approach would make more sense. I mean, the only thing that I could think of is this. Oops. Can I not uncomment that? Ah, because it was not commented, I guess, right? Yeah. Something like that would make more sense. Maybe. I think now we should have the cliff on the side of the sphere, hopefully. Yeah. Or the dirt, yeah. But yeah, I mean, even that doesn't really make sense, especially with a hard cap. So yeah, I think the blend is too harsh. But I think I can't put in the position here, or... I mean, let's try. What happens if I do that? Oops. I don't think that will work. I mean, it will do something, but I'm not sure if it will look correct. Yeah. That's what I kind of thought. I mean, I guess we could try and give it the clip position. Okay, that didn't do shit. Great. Yeah, probably. I mean, okay, yeah, I think it makes sense that it don't do anything. Why would it do anything? I think I got that from like an hungry thing, but probably I looked at it wrong. Well, I will check that out later again. That's fine for now. I think the bigger one would be adding multiple textures instead of this having actually a texture lookup. Well, yeah, there's a couple of things that we would need to do still. Let's actually think what we need for 06 to finish. So I think I would want to have like the texture support, kind of, like at least a basic version of it. So probably texture array. Something like that. Even though we are not able to paint it, that would be nice to have. As if already preparation for the painting in the future. Then restore starting of terrain. Clean up of old terrain code. Because I don't think we need that for now. We can always go back in the history if we want to revive it, or maybe I move it to like some. Maybe I move it to like a part in the engine where it could still be used, but it's not really supported. Nah, I think I will remove it for now. Doesn't make sense to keep it around. Because we don't have physics support for it anyways. There was one more thing. But I kind of forgot it now. Oh well, I mean here as well. Lighting. Support terrain. And for that one it's like the device address for lighting buffers. I think that might be it. I mean, there's other stuff that I still would want to do for 06, but it's not that important. Can't wait for another version or something like that. The next version I will do in feature branches again, because it was actually quite a mess to keep the dev branch running for if people want to use it, right? It was kind of a mistake for me to work dark in dev. There was one more thing I thought. Let me think. Oh yeah, the code gen issue with Yeah, it's somewhat complicated. I know I think in Ubisoft they used the ray tracing word for it. And I think they even used some kind of ray tracing on maybe even on the GPU for it, I'm not too sure. For sound propagation. But then again, the games that properly do sound propagation are very, very limited, so I think it's really just like the AAA games usually that do that. Like shooters and stuff like that. Others don't really care. And they just occlude it based on walls and stuff like that. I mean, I guess in Unreal you get it for free, but I'm not too sure actually. Not an audio programmer, but I could assume that Unreal has it just built in right for you. The sound propagation. I think they do because they have like spatial sounds. So probably it's in there already by default. Oh yeah, actually generate the rain function share. Currently we have it hard coded. The terrain shader. That's not really what we want. So I will move that up. This is the old thing. Yeah. I think we can keep that. And then yeah, this is current. Ah, yeah, okay. Now I remember. CPU terrain function. We need to have both. For it to work, otherwise it doesn't really work. Okay, yeah, that's a good plan, so let's do that. And let's kill a couple of things here while we're at. So that's all the old code that we can kill. So yeah, let's try to work a little bit on this for today. Let's actually work on those first. Okay, there is a couple of things that I would want to do. Onyx modules volume. Maybe terrain. Do we put it into terrain? Probably, right? Yeah, let's put it here. Terrain material page. And then here what we do is we have an assets. Do we do the asset handle or the asset ID? No, I think it's the asset handle, it's fine. Erbido. Normal. Roughness. Matter. And an optional height. Probably what we would want. The question is, do I want to combine some or not? Well, actually, is that how I would want it? I mean, probably, yeah. As a start, I think that's fine. Maybe we do something like that. I mean, I guess it could actually be all 4 in one. It could be something like that, plus maybe ambient occlusion. But it's fine, I guess, for now. Yeah, now we need no space Onyx. We need a serialized function here. Where could we copy that from? Probably. Good question. I mean, I have so many, but I'm not. Vector? Maybe? No, not that one. Oh, yes. Perfect. And now we go to the private one. I don't have a terrain folder here. Well, that's terrain material. I hate that. Why is it not? Does it not want to move up? Why do I need to do it 2 times? Why would I want? Good. Right, and then here what we do as oh, that's fine actually. Serializer, right? Material.rb though. Jesus. Mistyping quite a lot today again. And why would you say that? Yeah, that's fair. To be honest, to be honest, yeah, that's something I should consider. I think I do have a error somewhere in the serialization system for it, but yeah, it would be kind of hard to find where it failed. So that's definitely a thing that we could improve. I think I output the property that failed. If it doesn't find it, I think there is an error. And then the bool just breaks out of the serialization. But yeah, that's fair. I think it's probably not ideal. What is that? Is that a... Oh yeah, that's that. Don't need that. Oops. No, I agree that it's probably not good enough. Is that not the same there? Or serialization? That looks fine. Why would that not work? Ah, because I don't have the correct material, like stuff here. Alright, perfect. Nice. I need one more thing. Although it's a little bit harder to do, I guess. Yeah. Or not really harder, but a little bit annoying. Where do we have that already, actually? Ah, here. Yeah, exactly. I would need something like that. So basically I would need a new tools folder here. Oops. And then I need a private folder. And then I think it's Onyx volume. Alright, yeah. And then we add a new public Onyx volume. Yeah. And then we add here source definitions CMake. And we kinda copy that. Just that here. That would be rain. Rain material inspector. Let's see if that actually works. Terrain. No. We are inspector.cpp. Terrain. Inspector.page. And then let's copy most of them because it's actually quite similar. Yeah. So that is volume, terrain material. Now let's add Onyx volume, terrain. Can I have a custom namespace here? That would be interesting, to be honest. I have never tried that with the code generation yet. So we will find out, I guess. Okay. And then in the private one, yank that. Go here. Why did that not work? Oops. Yank. Thank you. Onyx volume. Terrain. Like that. Alright. I think it's just a combination of those. That would be material. Torpedo? Where? Property, grid, raw, property. And that, and here. I call it properties because I have no idea what I would call it otherwise. Well, actually, here, properties and more of, or actually don't know what it's called. So here, terrain material.age, and then we do that down here. And that's normal. Metal roughness height. Let's build that. I will get something to drink. Be right back. Alright. Some fresh coffee. And of course, a build arrow. Undeclared. Why though? Would that not... Okay, did we have a configure error? Maybe? Although why would it build if it has a config error? Be the other question, but... No, that was fine. How do I maybe not have a... No, that's the wrong one. This one. But it doesn't have no editor target here, so it should work. It should find the editor target. That's exactly the same, right? So let's see. That's fine. In my opinion, that should have worked, but I guess it doesn't. I don't know why. Did I maybe not write that? Is that the issue? Although, kind of weird, I thought I pressed like save all, but fine. What? Oh, is it? Oh, I need to do it in UI. Okay, I see. That's how it works. Alright. Because it's a UI overload thing, right? Yeah. Will that work? Oh, that seems to have worked. Okay. The other thing is now that I would want to probably... Does that work if I... Well, let's do a components panel first. Components panel thing. Why does it? Can I do that? That wouldn't really work again. I think it doesn't work out of the box for sure. Did a hash, or what is this thing what we register it with? Okay, a type hash. Let's try that. So we do that type, and then we give it a test material. Does that work? It does work. Nice. Okay, so that works. Beautiful. We have a rock and grass and whatever texture. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, that was simpler than I thought. I think what I would want to do is actually store that in the property inspector. Property grid. When we draw a property, where is that? Where is the, yeah, this one, missing property grid visualizer. I think what I would want to do is draw property name, and then we get the type ID here. Is it a string ID? No, right? Is that to type hash? It's a UN32T. Okay. Change in this T. Sometimes I slowly get the hang of Vim shortcuts. And then we get rid of that. Then we probably include that. property grid. Is it up? Yeah. Oh, what did I just do? Where did my whim go? Yes, I can. I killed it by accident. Fat finger. Alright. No. Yeah, down here. Give it a type ID. Now we give it. Do I have a show over here? No, whatever. I think it's where. I mean, I guess we give it a. Force for now. Does that? Can I get the tire if it's registered? I guess we could as well do F property inspectors S type registered. Something along those lines. And I think I would want to do a new function here. Property inspector function. Or like inspect. Let's do that. Get inspect function. Oh, good. Get inspector, I guess. Actually, that's that, and then we give this the type ID here and do an s find basically. Oh, 8 seconds. Okay. Maybe that should even be a function that's then gone, I'm not sure. Maybe this would be get inspector. Something like that. Like components panel, let's try that. So instead of this, it would really be UI property grid draw. Something like that. Oops. Draw property. Does that work? That would be nice. That would make the property grid a lot more oh, we don't need that. It's just that, right? Property inspectors. Yeah, it's the instance and yeah, okay. That should be fine. Expected 0 got 2. Oh. It's like that, right? If that even works. Oh, wait, it's like that, right? Or is it? No, it has to be like that. Oops. Has to be like that. Think. Okay. Okay, I guess we do it slightly different. I thought that we already support that, but maybe not. Okay. Oh, I'm missing. Did I miss that in the? I missed that in the if statement was for rank. So that's sad. Yeah, that's a thing I kind of dislike about C++. It would be nice if that's like implicit. But what can you do? It should know what I would want to do there, but yeah, for optioners in my opinion. Okay. I mean, kinda. Okay, I see. Oh, that sucks, actually. Would I need to do a vertical group here then? How would I... Wait, hold on, how would I do that then? I don't want to have it visualized like that. Would I have terrain material? Nah, no. That's kinda interesting. Would I do a... Begin vertical? Do I end vertical? Or would I need to include vertical here? Yeah. Ah, and don't I need to include imgui here? Okay, maybe not. But I'm not sure if that works. I think it won't. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so property inspector is a little bit unfortunate, I would say, in that sense. Maybe we should end it here. Otherwise, we end it here. I'm not sure I'm not the smartest. But that might work. Yeah, okay, that works. I think there's one more thing I would want to do though. to try. Scoped ImGUI and then might need to add a value there. Okay, no, that actually is kind of okay. Nice. Good. It's almost as if my property grid is actually usable. Almost. Almost as if I thought about that a little bit. Probably, eventually, I would want to have a custom asset browser for the textures. Because I think it's kind of nice to have that, but I think it would be nice as well to see... Well, that's a nice bug here. It would be nice to be able to see the texture, I think. Like in the preview here, like in the small preview here. I think that would be preferred. Similar to what we have in probably shader graph. Stamper. Whoa, why are all my translations gone? Fascinating. I know there are a couple of nodes missing. Unless I'm blind. I mean, that would be... Oh no, here's sample texture. Okay, and then we have a crash. Great. I see that comes on the list of issues. Where would that be? Here we have a dereference. Here we have a dereference. Is that all the time? Or is it just a... issue with where we came from? Like, does it work here if I do a sample? Where is it? What? That's so weird. But okay. Sample. Okay, I'm blind. It's really hard to find stuff with that. I think it was somewhere close. Or maybe not. Ah, here. Okay, now it's always. Right, new node. And then I guess my context is... Yo, what? The M graph. Okay, yeah, the shader graph is gone. Why? Do I not? Graph editor context. Shader graph editor. Volume shader graph. Yeah, exactly. Don't I have a material version of that? So it's an editor. Okay. Oh, wait a second. Maybe not. Maybe not wait a second. I guess one version would be graph. Something along those lines. I think that would work. Ah, shit. Wrong one. I think now. Or we need to find the stupid sample again. And then I would want to find out why. Okay, yeah. But I... Okay, well, maybe not. How did that work in the past? UVs. Amber texture. Did I not have a code for that? Did I not have a function for that to draw? I'm so confused. Ah, it's the on-draw property grid, and I think I killed that. Yeah, okay. I see. Okay. Yeah, I think it was handled by that, but I killed that. Okay, so that's another thing where that comes on the list for 06. That should be fixed because we want that. I'm not sure. Well, I killed it, I think, with the property inspector in the past, but yeah. Okay. Well, then I can't show it, but yeah. Probably it goes hand in hand. We would do a property inspector for that. Probably. But actually, how does the UV work currently? Because I mean, somehow we draw the UVs already. So I guess somewhere there is code to handle that. Beautiful, those are all functions that would need to be Clang formatted. We can do that as well in the future. Where is my pin draw? Is that in the base node, even further down? Let's go here. On draw and property grid. Hey, thank you for the follow. Post fate. Welcome. Input pin property panel. Oh, I think I can. Alright. Let me. Yeah, okay. So that's how it works for the UV. Because we have that and then okay. That should probably change. Actually, now that I think about it, that should probably change. I think that didn't age very well. That was before we did the nice separation of the property grid and the nice implementation of the property grid. I think that can be quite a lot nicer. But okay, I understand it now. Well, okay, that goes on the long list of bug fixes we need to do. But besides that, it's nice that the thing works. Components panel. So that works. That's nice. And with that, I actually need a new asset type, probably. I mean, that's at least I think how I would want to do it. Because I would want to probably have a like terrain material, let's call it database, or like terrain material context or something like that. Well, yeah, something like that, either context or database, and it will have an array of those. And then you go to terrain and you would link a database here. That would be basically that. And then we get all the materials from that database. And you will always have like the 3 textures and yeah. But I think we will do that tomorrow. And then we add the lighting as well tomorrow back. I hope I can find a nice solution for the buffer device addresses for that. Or we hack it maybe, I don't know. Because maybe we do the render graph cleanup and refactor, like it's a small refactor, but it's a refactor. We'll probably do in the next version of the engine. It's on the long list of things. But yeah, thank you for the follow, Postfig. Thank you everyone for joining. We will be back. Yeah, I think I will do a stream tomorrow. I always say that and then I never show up, but let's hope I can at least once keep my word. Worst case, as usual, Wednesday. I already feel way better. My voice didn't break after, like, what do we stream now? 2 hours, so that's good. Because last stream it almost broke again after 1 hour, so I think we're back in shape to stream. But I promised my fiance to help her with something today, so we will do that. So that's why the stream is a little bit shorter today. Otherwise I would have kept going, but I promised her to be there before 4. And it's almost half an hour until 4, so still half an hour to keep my promise. Yeah, have a great night as well, WhatsApp, and hopefully see you maybe tomorrow, I don't know. And yeah, everyone else, have a nice Sunday as well. Have a great start into the week, and hopefully see some of you tomorrow for adding lighting and the material system improvements for the terrain. Take care. Bye bye.